Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back to Fast Forward. And look, who's here? Oh, that'll be the first question. How do I pronounce your name properly?
It's Kelis.
Kelis.
Yeah.
It's like K-A.
Well, I guess phonetically it'd be K-A-H-L-E-E-S-E.
Yeah.
But it's really just K-E-L-I-S.
Kelis.
Yeah.
So if I get it wrong,
Yeah,
because
you're good.
I normally announce videos, and I've been announcing your video for quite a time now, and I always said Kelis.
Oh, it's okay.
So
well, you're not the first.
That's in my head now.
It's everyone. It's okay.
God. And what is this thing? Is it a nickname? The Thunder Bitch?
Oh, you know what?
You hate a question?
Well, you know what it is? It's just that I don't know. I really don't know where it came from. I was telling someone earlier too. I think the first time I heard it was from a writer. And
he wrote it about you.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
but ever since then, it's
everybody
like
uses
everyone,
it,
and it's like I
yeah.
feel like I've got like some sign on me that says, "Hi, I am Thunder Bitch," because
Not
like
ever call it a Thunder Bitch again.
because I can't get away from it now. And now my friends tease me like, "Ha ha ha," you know, like it's a joke. But
yeah, I have to just tell you about this funny experience I had about you. Because, of course, I saw you and heard your voice on Old Dirty Bastard song that I Got Your Money. And then quite a while afterwards, your single came out. And then I saw you and got to know your name and much more what you look like. And then a bit later, I saw Old Dirty Bastards video again. And I sort of went, oh, my God!
Yeah.
And I sort of thought I was a genius because I found out. And I was running around, and everybody knew, of course. I was running around here in the channel going, guess what I found out? And everybody went, oh, God, Charlotte, you're so stupid. Everybody knows already. And how was it like working with him?
Oh, he's great. He's really, he's his own man. He beats to his own drum, you know.
Yeah.
He's in his own world, but so much. So it works.
But is he really as crazy as I imagine him to be?
Well, I don't know what you imagine, but I mean,
I think he's really woo.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm sure he can be, but I think we can all be. I can be too.
Yes.
I mean, some people say have imagination of how I am, and
yes,
you know,
true.
I guess depending on the day, I can be that way. But he's cool. He was great to work with, and you know, he's just a really, really great artistic man. So I had a great time working with him.
That's super. Okay, so here goes the first video. I Got Your Money, and watch out for Kelis.
Yeah. It's okay.
That was the first one. Oh, you. A present. Okay, so here's it. So the Fast Forward. Yeah. That's the name of my show, obviously.
Okay.
The first single of yours from the new album Kaleidoscope, and this is a good album. Sweethearts, go out and buy it. The Hype Williams did the video.
Yeah.
And the amazing thing is that that video is so completely different from all of the other Hype Williams videos.
Well, that's because it's a Kelis video. It had to be completely different.
So how much was your idea? Because it must have been quite a lot.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it was. I'm just not a director, so I couldn't have done it myself. But,
yeah.
But no, I mean, it was my concept for the video because I knew what I wanted to see. You know, I mean, it's my song, so it's nice to hear other people's interpretation of it, but ultimately it's how I feel about it that really matters, you know, so...
But sort of all this, like, morbid stuff, you know, so that it starts off with, how do you call it, in hospital, and all of that was your idea?
Yeah, actually it was me and a girlfriend, her name is Cammie, she's one of my dancers, and one day we just came up with the whole idea that, well, actually, initially we started off and we wanted it to be just, like, as realistic as possible. Like, my first thought was how, you know, in the hook you see me throwing all the things.
Yes.
You know, that was like the first thought that we had, just because that perfectly made sense, and I've seen it happen before, and I felt like that before, so we went with that. And then we came up with the idea with the heart monitor going with the beat of the music and it being, you know, all that. And actually, I called Hype, and it was funny because I talked to him, and I, like, pitched my whole idea, and I was like, okay, you know, I want to see the guy in the hospital, and, like, da-da-da. And he was completely silent on the other line.
Oh.
Like,
hello? Are you listening?
I was like, so?
What do you think?
Yeah, and he was just like, I'll call you back. And I was like, okay. But he called me back, and he sent me this treatment, which was, like, amazing. And he'd taken everything that I said and just had it make sense, you know, and he put together this whole piece. And so basically he took my idea and just made it real.
But what do you think that he sort of looked at it afterwards and sort of went, oh, wow, this is completely different. Did I want to do this? Or is he absolutely happy with it? Because,
I think, well, the thing is that, like, I had gotten treatments from, from all these different directors, and nothing was really exactly what I wanted, and no matter what I told them or whatever, it was like they all had their own conception of what it was, what it would look like. And some of them were actually really good, but it just wasn't what I had said, you know. So, but Hype actually was, I didn't send him my music, I didn't ask him to do a video, like he was not part of the game at all. And I met him in California. And he actually was talking to my producer and was like, yo, who's that girl, da-da-da-da, whatever, I wanted to put her in this video. And it was actually, they were doing the Nori video for
he wanted to do...
Right, and I didn't want to be in that video because it wasn't my video, and there's no point in me being some girl in a video, So, right, there's no point in that. So, but nonetheless, he's friends with my producer and found out that I was doing my video, and he wanted to do it. So he called us, actually, and... when I found out that he was interested in doing it, I felt like, well, I have nothing to lose because no one else had sent me anything that I really loved anyway. So he was great, though. I mean, and actually, I think that the reason why he wanted to do it was because I think he saw something in me and in us and our project that was different from everything he'd already done. And I think he wanted to branch out and do something.
It's so amazing because when you look at the video, it's sort of that you have sort of like 6 really impressive pictures that just burn themselves into your brain and you don't forget them. Like the man with the beaten up eye, the hospital scenes, you freaking out and kicking up. It's just, because normally, videos maybe have one good idea, but that is just so packed full of original, brilliant ideas.
Well, I wanted it to be really literal also. I wanted you to be able to look at it and look kind of like it's a little movie. It's like a little film. It's a story. The song is a story, so I felt like it would make sense for the video to be another story, something that you could look at and be like, wow, I remember that weekend when he made me so pissed off that I was throwing him, but that's something that people could relate to, and I wanted women and men and people to look at it and be like, yo, I've been so mad, I wish I could break all those things he had, or I wish, that, something like that, and I could, so we did it.
And I just want, the thing I sort of thought right away, where did you get these women from, or where did Hype get? Because they're so fucking amazing.
Hilarious. They're hilarious. And the thing is, too, I tell you, when we were doing the shoot, it was like, these women were so funny because they're all actresses. So you can imagine. I mean, they've all got these, like, characters.
They look so cute.
Do you see the old women in the front?
Yes, of course.
They're so funny. I mean, you can imagine I'm standing in front of them, and they're talking to me, and, like, really mad. It was hilarious. They were so funny.
Their faces, that's another thing I won't ever forget, those faces going...
No, it was great. It was great. Yeah. They were hilarious, though. I mean, there's one woman, I don't know if you see her, but she was behind me the entire time talking about, like, my numerology. She's like, yeah, 1 is the number of power, and 3, and you're going to be, crazy. It was crazy. She was going on and on and on. I mean, it was hilarious, though. We had a good time. Yeah. We had a good time. Yeah, it was cool. It was a lot of work, but it was worth it, and it came out the way we wanted it.
We'll go and let our sexy viewers... take a look at the video. And look out for the impressive pictures. Yeah. Bastards. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to call you bastard. Caught out there. For you. Hello, sexy viewers. This is Kelis and Charlotte Roche. Flying around on a carpet, I think. Feels like it. So is it true that you moved out with 16?
Yeah, I did. I moved out of my house.
You wanted to, or flew out? How do you say? No.
Well, kicked out.
Kicked out, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it was kind of a mixture of both, just because... I kind of did everything in my power to get kicked out.
Yes, so. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Because I got kicked out with 15, and sort of, did you, and was it with you the same, sort of, that people, I had people staying at my place all the time because I was so young. Oh. And nobody else, of course, had their own flat.
Right now it's the same way. That's my brother is over there somewhere. He's always like, why do you have so many people in your damn house? It's because none of my friends have their own crib.
Exactly.
So everyone's at my crib, and my house is always jam-packed with people.
Yes, I always had people hanging around, and I never knew who they were.
I always have
and everybody was drunk.
At my house. Yes. Everyone's, all fucked up and like...
Yeah. But do you think you sort of grow up faster?
Oh, hell yeah, definitely. You have
because
to.
You have to do your...
Well, you got to do your own stuff.
And washing and...
Yeah, and you realize, too, that life is not easy. I mean, when you're living at home, you kind of take a lot of things for granted. You take for granted the fact that there's food all the time and that your clothing is fought for and that someone wakes you up in the morning.
Shopping, and money. You just can't... You have to sort of cope with less money, and it's so difficult.
A lot less money.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
I was less money. Yeah, I had to pay my flat myself, sort of working on the market.
Yeah, I used to work, and I was bartending for a minute and waitressing, and worked in the clothing store. Yeah. stole what I had to steal. Like, whatever.
Yes.
You do what you gotta do. But yeah, definitely, like, you know, it made me grow up. You know, now I'm 20 and
yes, because
an
other
old woman.
people are still living at home.
Oh,
Lots of you are still living at home
move
with 20.
out.
It's better.
It is. You can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I couldn't live at home right now. I'd kill myself.
I wouldn't ever go back.
Oh, no way. I love my mom, but not enough to live at home.
Yes, I'm much too similar to my mum. I can't live with her because I love her so much. And
we clash.
We look exactly the same and think the same.
Yeah, well, that becomes a problem though, because then it depends who's the ruler.
Yeah,
and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like I'm a Leo, and my mom is a Virgo.
Yeah.
And so if you know anything about the signs, those two signs are very similar, and they're all like into control and like who's the boss.
Yeah.
So me and my mom used to clash all the time.
See you later, sweethearts. Bye. In the next segment, I explain television to you.
You're just tossing them cards out of here.
Kelis. Yeah, I got it right. Kelis, Charlotte, fast forward. Yeah. On your new album, Kaleidoscope, that's what it looks like. You little piggies at home. It's sort of, I hate saying it because, you know, people that write about music always say it's a very diverse album, but this really, really is. It's true. It really is. And normally I wouldn't say it because the single from where all the people know you, of course, they'll sort of have quite a shock when they get to know some of the other songs because if they are expecting all the album to be like that.
Angry and mad, right?
Yes.
The whole album is
yes. And there's sort of one thing, of course, I had noticed first because it's the intro. It's so stupid. It starts off, I have to tell the viewers who haven't heard it yet. It starts off with a baby being born, and somebody explains a life. Is that your life?
It's like my fantasy life. It's
Yeah.
if I were not really born in New York and in Harlem.
But would you say it's spooky? Because I think it's spooky.
Do you think?
Yes, really. You know the part where a girl says, "You're so cute, I want to squeeze you."
Oh, that's me, yeah.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought somebody was saying that to you.
No, that was me saying it to someone else.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's not as spooky.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So I'm like, I don't know. I guess we're all scared by different things.
Oh, God. And there's this another thing that I realize is the thanks saying. What's the sentence, thank you for letting me get away with murder? Is that right?
Oh, it's a saying.
Oh, okay.
It's just...
Is it a saying
I
which
didn't really
don't
kill
understand?
anyone.
Oh, okay. What a shame.
No, it's like a... Yeah, right. Damn. Shit. No, it's a U.S. like, getting away with murder means you let me get away with everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But is that a normal saying in America?
Uh-huh.
See, you learn something on my show sometimes.
Let me get away with murder. It means everything. I get away with all the dumb shit I do. I get away with basically. And I was to Chad. I think I said that. Yeah, he's like my brother, and he lets me. He's the one. You know what it is? Like we're all a big family, and like me and Drugs and Rob and Chad. We're all like the four of us, and Terrence too. We're all like little comedians that and we tease each other and we hang out together and all this stuff. And Chad is the one that like he doesn't care. He lets me do whatever I want. So like he'll let me take the car and I don't have a license.
So that's
and, like,
the saying is towards him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He lets me do all the stuff no one else lets me do.
Can the German fans of yours sort of expect anything in the future? What's the next single?
Well, I think the next single out here is going to be Good Stuff.
Yeah.
With Terror, so we'll see. And then, well, actually in the States it's going to be Get Along With You.
So it's going to be different.
Yeah, it'll be different. But I should be back out in Europe, hopefully in April, to do some touring with my band, with my girls. They're great.
April.
Yes.
Remember, write it on your hand.
On your hand. This is how we both remember things, as pitiful and unorganized people. And don't wash your hands either.
No. Never wash anything. It's better. It smells sexy. It does.
Maybe here in Germany.
That was nasty. Okay, we have to say goodbye to the sexy audience.
Bye, sexy audience.
Yes, you really are sexy. Bye-bye. See you later.
My name is Kelis, and Charlotte asked me to tell a story. And actually, the only thing I could think of would be I have the biggest problem with, like, airports. Somehow, every time I get to an airport, I end up fighting with someone. And I don't know why. I think it's just because there's too many rules there. It's like you lose your freedom as you walk in. But I don't know. There was this woman, actually. Oh, I remember what it was. I had my bag. I had this one bag that I bring with me everywhere, and I refused to check it because it just takes entirely too long to get my bag out of the, baggage claim and all that other shit. So one day, actually, I had my bag, and we were like the last ones boarding on the plane, and this woman was sitting in front of us, and she wouldn't move her stuff. Like, she just was not helpful. The flight attendant was trying to tell me that I should check my bag and that I couldn't have my bag on the plane, which totally pissed me off. And this woman kept, like, chiming in. She kept giving her opinion, and she had nothing to do with anything. She was just a passenger. So I'm, like, trying to ignore her and, like, minding my business, and I'm trying to shove my bag into the overhead compartment. And she's like, well, excuse me, you really shouldn't have your bag here. And, all this yapping. So I'd been given this no-limit Master P doll. And he says, make him say, na-na-na-na, like that, right? So basically the whole thing I did to get back at her is the entire flight, I think it was like a 6-hour flight or something coming back from LA to New York, the entire time, every time I would think she was dozing off or trying to fall asleep, I would have the doll right over her head and I would press her stomach. So it was like, na-na-na-na. She couldn't sleep, and that tickled me. So that's my story.